This video was sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can visit their store by using my referral link in the description below. Alright, so Invoke Despair is quite good. It isn't... I think the white, blue, and blue ones especially are the ones that you can feel a little good about. You can feel pretty good about first picking, even though they're hard to play. The black one's good, but I don't think it's as good. That said, this isn't exactly a powerhouse of a pack. We've got the Modern Age, which is good. Seismic Wave, which is pretty good. Moon Circuit Hacker is a nice little card. And below that, everything's kind of medium or worse. So we could consider taking the Invoke and keeping in mind we want the mana and stuff. It's not a terrible plan. I mean, the Modern Age is the pick otherwise, I think. So I think we'll take Invoke and see what happens. Okay, this pack is pretty stacked. Michiko's Reign of Truth is really good. Spinning Wheel Kick is 2. I think we take the Reign of Truth in the end. It just, the first 2 chapters make almost any creature into a good attacker. And then you get a very real creature. I like the Wheel Kick, but... the fact that it's a kind of card that you usually play like in the late game, which, it does a good job there, but, having earlier stuff go our way is probably better, and I think Invoke, or Michiko's Reign of Truth can help that happen. Okay. 2 really good red cards here between Twin Shot Sniper and Kamano Face's Kakazan. The black cards here aren't very good, and this is the downside about drafting one of these quad-colored rares is, if the color's not really open, it's pretty hard to play unless you pick up a bunch of fixing. And I think we take the Sniper. It's a little unfortunate that this pack also has a Voltage Surge, a Kamano Faces Kakazan. Those are both really good red cards, but the Sniper's good, and it's better to splash than either of those, I think. So if we don't end up in red, I think it's fine. So yeah, I mean, what are we looking for pick 4? I mean, whatever the best card is probably what you take still this early. I mean, there's some different philosophies there, of course. Sometimes there are some people who are more into staying open by just taking as many cards in one color, but you're kind of not staying open. Like, the way I think about it is you're not really adding cards to your deck from other colors and keeping in mind the idea that you could be those colors, but at the same time, it also means it's easier for you to pivot. So I think we take the Automaton here. We have to end up with enough artifacts. Most decks in the format have them. And it's like insane in a deck that can really get there on them. I like Kami of Terrible Secrets and Fang of Shigeki as well. But yeah, I think it's Automaton time. It's been a while. I think our person next to us disconnected. It's been a while since I've seen a draft take this long in the early going in between picks. Yeah. So this likes artifacts, and this is an artifact. And then we also have an Invoke. So, Yeah, 17 Lands, Big Daddy Huckabee. 17lands.com is a site with a bunch of data about Limited. Okay. Some spicy stuff here. So the Modern Age is good. Naomi's good. And I think we're Naomi adjacent at this point. Experimental Synthesizer's nice too. Virus Beetle, of course, one of the big overperformers in the set. Got a Gain Land. I mean, I'm leaning towards Naomi. I just think she's the strongest thing in this pack. And, we could end up in black-white. I do think, maybe Virus... not really, though. Like, the other cards in this pack aren't that much more likely to make our deck. So, I'm down with Naomi. If I could be a black-white deck that ends up with a bunch of dual lands that can splash Twin Shot Sniper, that'd be cool. It is kind of an awkward tension, though, because if you're playing a quad black card, it's a lot harder to splash something. Okay, these packs have been weird, right? Mechanaut's pretty good. I mean, I think we probably just take Dokuchi Silencer, I guess. It's definitely not amazing. Repel the Vile's not bad either, but, this does give you an opening and a way to remove creatures. Turns a creature card in your hand into a removal spell. I think given where we are with our picks, I think I'd probably take Silencer over Mechanaut. Yeah. I mean, the black-white 3-2 Samurai guy that we just passed is fine, but I think the Silencer is just better, so... Yeah. Thank you for the resub, Avalanche. Yeah, at some point I'm going to do an episode of Needs and Notes about 17 lands, and how useful it is, but also pointing out, you know, there are some people, based on comment sections, who put, like, absolute full stock into the idea that everything on it is a perfect rating of things, and it's not. And, you know, the people behind it, like Sirkovitz, who's been on, like, Limited Resources podcasts, and, you know, he has a Twitter account, you know, he would tell you it doesn't tell you exactly everything. I mean, there are problems with the way the data is collected. It's a great tool. You just can't be like, this means 100% that this card is better than that card, because it's not really where you're at. But anyway, probably the Ambusher, you know, Debt to the Kami, Song Shaper, these are fine, but it feels maybe a little more likely we end up in black-white, so let's take the Ambusher, and it would fit in either deck. All right, Kami and Terrible Secrets, we snatched that thing up in a hurry. We're trying to be in black-white now for sure. This is a great card, a great payoff for that deck. So right now, it does feel sort of like this is what we'll be doing. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll take a Golden Tail Disciple. Nice little enchantment creature. You know, ticks boxes for our deck. Which is what we need. Clawing Torment or Searchlight Companion. I don't know that I'm going to be so aggressive that I want Torment. It is an enchantment. Kind of leaning towards Companion. Yeah. We've got a couple of ninjas already, so that makes me like the Companion a little more there. Alright, we will cut the black card. I don't think you basically ever play Enormous Energy Blade, but it is a black card. So, I think Torment's fine, but I think it's really at its best in like a black-red aggro deck, and less exciting in this deck. We could end up being pretty aggressive, but right now... I mean, we're trying to grind out value with Naomi and get enough mana for Invoke Despair, so don't think that's where we are yet at this point. But maybe we are. But yeah, you know, picking up some random gain lands at, like, the black-white gain lands would be great for our mana. Once you have one of these quad cards, you'd rather have those than the other one, the ones that let you choose a color. We'll grab You're Already Dead. It's playable. If we get enough ninjas, it starts to get pretty interesting. But, yeah. I doubt we're going to get a ton, but... So white doesn't seem incredibly open. That's one thing to keep in mind here. How likely is this game land to help me? I mean, probably more likely than those cards. So, we do have one Twin Shot Sniper. All right, we'll grab a Reckoner Shakedown. Don't really think we want it, but we will grab it. But yeah, I'd love to be able to play... If I can play like 11 swamps, 11 lands that produce black, I'd probably play Invoke Despair. Gets a little better if we can get a bunch of Kamis of Terrible Secrets who'll be drawing us cards, or like the 2-mana 1/1 dog that draws us a card. Okay, wow. Alright. So we have another Naomi, and she is quite strong. We've also got a Soul Transfer, though, which is also an artifact enchantment payoff that's also premium removal that can also return something from our graveyard. And it's less likely to wheel. I mean, Naomi may not wheel either. But Soul Transfer is good enough. I think I do take it over her. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's where we go here. We're going to do some Soul Transferring. This can get us back our other Naomi anyway, you know? So, yeah, Network Terminals wouldn't be bad. That is true. Bosiju is pretty sweet. And I think certainly first pickable, but given where we are, I don't think we take it. I think maybe I'm more interested in Born to Drive. It's an enchantment for one thing. And it's just a good card in general. Like, its ability to turn into 2 pilots is nice. I mean, even if you don't have vehicles, turning into 2 tokens is nice. And then the ability to just make one creature huge, also pretty nice. I think I like it a little more than Repel the Vile here. Yeah. So right now, we have 3 artifacts and 3 enchantments. So we've got a good mix. We need to keep it up, though. We need to continue to mix it up. You know, if we can end up 9-9, basically, that's pretty good. And that's kind of what we're on track for at this point, so... That's enough for Automaton to be pretty good. Even though it's like way better in like blue-red or black-red where you have like 16 artifacts, but yeah. Virus Beetles, let's get them. Give us the Virus Beetles. Okay, that's interesting. So we have Grease Fang here. We don't have any vehicles yet, but it definitely gives us a reason to be interested in them. Skyblast Samurai is also really good. Better in the green-white deck than in our deck, but I'd be pretty happy to get it. Like if I get 2 vehicles, Grease Fang seems pretty good. I mean, even if we only have 1 vehicle, Grease Fang's pretty good, frankly. Since it's just got good stats to begin with. So, do I take an enchantment? I think we take Grease Fang in the end. I've seen Grease Fang work against me. I think I ended up beating it in the end, but it was pretty absurd, like what my opponent was doing with it. But yeah, I mean, we can't really count on it to do that much more, so... Okay, well now we get Takanuma, and there's also a Spirited Companion. Takanuma's good, but I really do feel like we're in a world where we just need to be grabbing all of these nice enchantment and artifact creatures that we can and just shoving them into our deck. Takanuma's not removal, so I don't feel as bad about passing it here. I think these are pretty comparable cards, frankly, and we need more low drops, and we need enchantments, and this is both. So I think it's what we grab here. If it was the white one, it would have been harder to pass, because that one is actually a removal spell, but yeah. We do want to pick up, you know, it shouldn't be that hard for us to pick up a random, like, Brute Suit. And maybe we'll get lucky and get, you know, one of the better vehicles, but yeah. Well, okay. So, Kamado Faces Kakazan's really good. I think we grab the Recovery Unit. I think it is one of the better vehicles in the set in general, and with Grease Fang, it gets a little bump. Plus, we want artifacts anyway. Plus, we have good things to recur with it. So, yeah, I think it's what we take over a Brute Suit. Its stats aren't as good, of course, as Brute Suit, but its effect is really good. So now we're at 4 and 4. We're having a very balanced draft, sort of alternating between enchantments and artifacts. All right, so... I think we grab the Ambusher here. Gainland's kind of worth a look, but this is a creature that's an artifact. We're all about that right now. Between Naomi and our 1 Kami. I would love it if that other Naomi wheels. That would be a great day. Yeah, I think somebody must have disconnected with the amount of time it's taking. But maybe not. Maybe they're just new and they jumped into a format they don't already know. People do that. Bloodfell Caves, kind of worth a look here. We do have another Born to Drive. It does get awkward in multiples, is the problem. Subduer's okay, but it's neither an enchantment nor an artifact, and that definitely hurts its stock. Bloodfell Caves might help us splash our Sniper, and it doesn't hurt our mana for Invoke, so I kind of think I want it. I kind of think I'm interested. If I can just, like, get a second Bloodfell Caves, I think we probably splash the Sniper. So, probably Era of Enlightenment here. Nice Saga. It's an enchantment. You know, we do have Grease Fang, but shoving a Brute Suit into our deck instead of Era of Enlightenment seems like a mistake. So, it's not looking great for Invoke. In terms of black cards, I mean, we haven't gotten a lot of black cards lately. Okay. Unforgiving one's fine. It's just, you know, that's about it. I think we'll take the Torment here. Okay, here we're going to take a Repel the Vile, finally. It's decent removal, and I'm willing to spend a pick that late on it, for sure. Six and 6. So we're on track for the 9 and 9 that I wanted. I would love to get another Naomi, another Kami of Terrible Secrets or two. You know, Michiko's Reign of Truth if we're being greedy. Yeah, I don't think we're playing any of those things. Hello, Shu. One more vehicle, especially if it's like a good one, like an uncommon or rare one, would be nice too. But yeah, it's sad. I mean, I have gotten to play an Invoke card once in the format at least. Scrounger's not bad. It gives us more fixing for our sniper, and it's an artifact. So I'm pretty happy to pick one up that late, frankly. Probably not playing You're Already Dead. Clawing Torment's not ultra likely either. So the more realistic count is actually 7 and 5. Hey, another Invoke spell. That's the one we've actually gotten to play, though. So, yeah. This is a strong pack. Kappa Tech Wrecker is, like, one of the best uncommons in the set. Reckoner Raid is quite good. I think we probably want to go Shintai, though. You know, this one all on its own is probably the best of them all. So, yeah. Yeah, Scrounger helps the Invoke a little, it's true. There's another Bloodfell Caves, which is a little tempting, but I think we just take the Go Shintai. I would love, like, if Reckoner Raid or Intervention, or even the Centipede Wield. That'd be fine by me. We're taking the Go Shintai there. Ooh, this is a strong one to splash. We aren't good at splashing right now, though, unless it's a red card. So I don't think we take it. But it is a nice saga. So this is funny. This is how weird this format is. So Blade Blizzard Kitsune is definitely the best of these three creatures. But I think we might end up taking one of these three creatures. We could also take the Haven, which helps our mana. None of these are great, and there's a decent chance at least one of them wheels. You know, maybe I do take the Haven here. Yeah, let's take the Haven. So Scoured Barrens is nice. I'm kind of leaning towards Era of Enlightenment, though. Yeah, another nice enchantment saga thing. This isn't a very good vehicle. Even if you're recurring it, it's not that exciting. So yeah, we'll take Era of Enlightenment here. I wouldn't hate Scoured Barrens. Oh, God. I guess the Barrens will make it easier for us to play Invoke. Yeah, fine. Let's do the spicy thing. Let's do the spicy thing. I don't think we really have enough modifications to want this, and I don't think we're going to have enough artifacts or to really play the Anvil as a splash. So, what's our curve look like? Do I have to grab one of these mediocre artifacts? I sort of do. I sort of do need to grab, like, Decoy or Artificer here over Ambusher. I think I like the Decoy a little more. Okay, Virus Beetle, probably the pickup here. Gravelighter's great, but it's neither an enchantment nor an artifact. So I think we're in on the Beetle here. There is Era, but I think I want the first Beetle more than the second Era. Right, this is an artifact creature that can crew vehicles, which is cool. Backwater doesn't help us at all. Companion's okay, but I think I'm a little more interested in the hotshot mechanic. Even with only one vehicle, having a cheap artifact creature like that seems pretty sweet to me. I don't think we wanted the sling there. Red's not going to be more than a splash, so it's hard to warrant that. Yeah, let's take the mechanic. Picking up another random vehicle here late would be good, but, you know. Yeah, we're lowering our curve here late, which is good. Between the decoy, the beetle, and the hotshot mechanic. Thank you for the subs and the gift subs, Cyclonic Rift. So the tricky thing is, like... Well, I guess all our lands produce black at this point. That's good. So we could run... If we can run, like, 8 swamps, I think we'll be in good shape. There's the red shrine, which is a little tempting, but I don't think we want to stretch our mana that much, and we don't need to. So I think we just grab Virus Beetle again. It's great, you know, disrupts the opponent. Good thing to get back with our vehicle, etc. So, yeah, I don't really... We're not going to play any of these, but we'll grab a Clawing Torment. Sure. We do have 11 artifacts in the end and 6 enchantments. Like, a couple more enchantments late would be pretty good for us. God, we may end up having to play, like, 1 Clawing Torment for me to feel good about our balance, which isn't terrible. I mean, I could survive it. Okay, well, we're going to just get a Reckoner raid here. Bloodfell Caves would further improve our mana. It's worth noting. But how likely is it we see another good enchantment? I mean, we already have good enough mana. I feel like we can play Invoke. I think we want the Reckoner raid here. And here we want Disciple, right? Because we're trying to get more enchantments here. Yeah, so here we get Disciple. Another Clawing Torment. We'll grab this Dragonfly suit. I don't think we end up playing it, but we have a couple reasons to like vehicles, I guess. So yeah, if I can run like 8 swamps with this... The problem is that means I'm only running 6 planes. So we'll see. Would be great to get it, like another random Bloodfell Cave shows up. That would be awesome for us. No more Kamis of Terrible Secrets, and no more, you know, that Naomi not wheeling is a little rough, but I think we did the right thing. Okay. We do have white cards we can cut. I guess that's where we're going to cut first. Yeah. Tricky thing is almost all of them are artifacts or enchantments. So, yeah. Invoke is good, but I also don't think, like, if our mana doesn't work with it, it doesn't work with it, you know? It's kind of how I feel. Come on, another Uncharted Haven or Bloodfell Caves. We do have the Scrounger, too, so... Mana's a little better than it looks. Doesn't look like we're going to get a random gain land here late. Which I didn't really expect us to, but it would have been nice. Would have been a nice little present. Alright. Can we play Invoke? In the end, you know, I think this deck is pretty good, but in the end, I am a little disappointed. We got such good payoffs for going for the artifact enchantment stuff early, and then we didn't really pick up any more, which is kind of sad. Okay, so... We're definitely not running 2 mountains. In fact, I might run 0 mountains. Because between Bloodfell Caves, Uncharted Haven, and Scrounger, that's basically 3 red sources. So, yeah. So that gets us to 10 black and like 9 white. That's not bad. It kind of comes down to... Yeah, I mean, I think we play the Sniper. We have a couple of creatures that are cantrips between Spirited Companion and Kami of Terrible Secrets, which is good. Yeah, I mean, the awkward thing about all of this is that we do have white cards we really want to play early, but I think our mana's probably good enough to pull this off. Cutting Bloodfell Caves isn't really going to help our mana. Neither will cutting Scoured Barrens. Like, the only way we could shove another swamp into the deck is if we cut a Plains, and I don't think we can. But I think that's okay. I mean, our mana's not incredible, but I think it's passable. Yeah. So we have plenty of artifacts and plenty of enchantments. Cards we have that are neither of those things include Dokuchi Silencer. This is a payoff. I mean, Greasefang, yeah, I mean, Greasefang's definitely worth it just because it's easy to cast in our deck and it does a vehicle thing. So, yeah. I think I'm happy with it. Hard to cut here, but I think we're going to end up cutting... Well, I get what you're saying. Greasefang is not an enchantment or an artifact, and maybe that's enough of a reason to cut it. We do only have the one sort of combo with it. Yeah, I mean, and that's the awkward thing is cutting our removal is hard to do. So... I'm thinking I may cut like one artifact and one enchantment. I'll still feel pretty good about what we have going on if I do that. And I think what I would cut is a Disciple and a Mechanic. Yeah. We ended up with enough low drops in the end. We don't need the Mechanic that desperately. Question is the Decoy better than the Mechanic? Probably, I guess. And we still have one more cut to make. Yeah, Repel might get the axe. We do have Soul Transfer, Silencer, and Twin Shot Sniper as removal. Plus Invoke to a lesser extent. So Repel's definitely on the chopping block. It kind of sucks, but I think we end up cutting it in the end. Sniper's too good, and our mana's good enough to play it, so yeah. I think this is our deck in the end. Looks pretty good. I think we can get away with the Invoke here. It's fun to, it's a sweet card if nothing else. Okay, seems all right. I mean, we got a couple of beetles. Obviously, some more mana would be good, and some enchantments would be good, but we do have a lot of both of those things. So, so hopefully we get there. Thank you for the gift sub, WoWare. Nice. Okay. I think we probably want to lead with this, because we're actually going to play Virus Beetle next. Probably go Virus Beetle, Virus Beetle. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter which one we do. Except this makes sure I have white in play, which will give me more options, like if I draw something white that I want to play. Well, we got all our mana. It's in tap land form, but because we can just play Virus Beetle on back-to-back turns, I'm kind of okay with it. What do we make them discard? Awakened Awareness, huh? That is kind of a problem. We'll be able to probably kill it next turn. So I think we play the Beetle. We really want to draw a 4th land next turn so we can just cast Twin Shot Sniper. Question is whether I want to double block the Octopus, and I might just do that. It might just be an okay thing for us to do here. It ends up being a pretty decent trade for us. The problem is, if we do that, we may not even be playing a creature next turn. And that's rough. Do I just take this and suck it up that they're going to draw a card? I could chump it, too. The problem with double blocking is how wrong things could go. If I knew the double block was going to work 100% of the time, I would do it here. But with 3 mana up and 3 cards in their hand, it could really go sideways. But, yeah, I think we do it. Right, well, that works for us overall, I think. Yeah, I can play the recovery unit this turn and then sniper next turn, crew the recovery unit, and get a beetle back, which is pretty good. I think. Okay. That is, I think, still what we want to do here. So, what color do I want to name here? I have the only red that I need. I guess white? Yeah. So I can double spell with white cards. And we'll play our recovery unit here. Oh, black. I think we have a good chance of drawing our 4th black. Double spelling right now I think is of more importance, but you're right that it probably would have been better to do that. Well, that's annoying. Playing the sniper isn't really worth it. I could play... I think here's what our play is. It's a little wacky. But I think we play Undercity Scrounger, use Michiko's Reign of Truth to pump it, and then crew Imperial Recovery Unit and attack them. Yeah. Get back one of these beetles. That's how they want you to use Michiko's Reign of Truth, right? That's how you're supposed to use it. Okay, we're in pretty good shape here. I mean, I guess they are sort of moving in the direction of making this game go long, which is less good for us. But yeah. So I probably play... I want to play Searchlight Companion and Virus Beetle this turn. Yeah, that is what we want to do. We go Searchlight Companion, Virus Beetle. I am going to play the Kami eventually, but I think this line here is better on this particular turn. If I had 6 mana, I definitely would have played the Kami. Keep the flyer back. Attack them for 7. Get back our other beetle. She's going to come down pretty large this next turn. They do have a bunch of mana, and they could have Farewell, which would be some bad news, but okay. Well, all right. Yeah, we just really got the value train going in that game. Well, we've broken our losing streak. Nothing else. Yeah, Virus Beetle and Recovery Unit are nasty. Alright, this hand's fine. It's a little slow, but... I still have not drafted the Kami War, no. I've never had the opportunity. I think maybe I saw it in, like, Pack 3 once, but that's way too late. When you have, like, no fixing, obviously, so... Still haven't done it. It's on the bucket list. Playing every Invoke card is kind of on the bucket list, too. Feels so bad when your opponent plays a turn 1 Reckoner Raid when they're on the play. So bad. Uh-oh. And then we drew ours. So... That's not good. I can tell you that much. I don't think we really want Grease Fang in this hand. That Soul Ripper is going to be a real problem. Do I really want this Companion? Well, I don't currently have something to do on turn 3, so yes, I think we do. That's what we'll do next turn now. So, this thing is going to, well, rip our souls. That's just kind of what it does. We had a deck yesterday with 2 of them that went 0-3. It was really sad. It was not a good time. I think there's a chance they just beat us down too much here for us to stabilize, but we do get to play Kami of Terrible Secrets next turn and draw a card off of it, which is nice. And gain a life, which could matter here. We got to get rid of that Soul Ripper somehow. We don't really have a way to do it. Our Silencer doesn't do it. I mean, it could, but they'd have to crew it on their turn before I do combat damage to them. On my turn, I mean, they'd have to crew it. Just highly unlikely. It's not impossible, though. You think they give up their Sling here for a counter? And it has Menace already because of the Road Captain, unfortunately. Alright, so we do get a 2-2 here. So I think we play our Kami. We gain a life, draw a card. Starting to go wide enough that them attacking through our board is no longer easy. Even with the Soul Ripper. Probably play Go Shintai next and just start spitting out tokens. Go to Value Town. We do have a couple ways to gain life. Like, pretty likely we find a way to gain about 5 more life in this game. So that's good. So what do I do here? I could just play Reckoner Raid and Ambusher next turn, and maybe getting the life gain online is more important. Yeah, I can definitely ninjutsu with the flyer, which is cool. Give up a Sling. How likely is it that they can wreck us here if I, like, quadruple block this thing? I think we can afford to take it, and I think we will. Do I feel like it's more necessary for me to gain life right now? I don't think so. I can pretty much start chump blocking it with 2 things after this turn. So, yeah. It's probably what we end up doing. Next turn, we'll finally play these 2 things that can gain us life. I don't think we attack here. We could attack with the 1/1. Like, there's something to be said for that, maybe. The 1/1 flyer, that is, but... Kami's Flare. Voltage Surge. Okay. They had to give up a lot to make that happen. I guess you were already dead. At least gave them something, but... Oh, well, I couldn't have played anything anyway, because it was my instep. Yeah, that's a problem. That's not good for us. Can tell you that much. Is it time for us to make them do something? I think maybe it is. Okay, so let's make them do something. Well, they did something, didn't they? Okay, so... I think we attack here. We ninjutsu this in. We replay Searchlight Companion. And we play Okiba Reckoner Raid. Can we stabilize against this Soul Ripper? We just have to take the hit this turn, so... I mean, I could double block it with tokens, but that seems not so good to me. I think we just take 6. Thank you for the sub. Oz the OG. Yeah, it's not great. It's not a great draw in this situation. Okay. I think attacking with our ambusher is actually pretty reasonable here, thanks to the life gain. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Gets us back up to 10. We play a decoy. We need like a Michiko's Reign of Truth to show up to gain a bunch of life off an ambusher attack or something. Do I take this? Yeah, I kind of think we do. I mean, it's not super likely they have a way to do lethal to us. It's possible. I could chump it and like draw. I could block it with all 5 of these, all 4 of these, and draw off of this, but I kind of think just taking 6 is our best option here. Of course, if I was planning on taking 6, I should have been racing. So we're going to take 6. I probably should have been racing them this whole time instead of what I've been doing. Oh my. Has the luck returned? Kind of feels like it has. when you hit your Michiko's Reign of Truth. If they can kill our Ambusher here in response, it's not going to be good. But if they can't, it's going to be real good. 10, 11, 13. I can hit them for 13 here. The problem is if they kill our Ambusher, we're like dead and a half on the backswing. So I think I only attack with those 4 things. Go a little conservative here. That way I can at least double block the Soul Ripper. Okay, they didn't kill it, which is good. Feels like the luck has returned after abandoning us briefly. Uh-oh. Luckily, I gained enough life that this isn't going to kill us, but it's not going to feel good. Crew that and attack us for a bunch, but not enough to kill us. It is 2 menace creatures. So if they have, like, a trick or something... So that's 8. They have to find 4 more damage. I can't block any of this. So, and they have 1 more from the Ogre already. So they only need to find 3 more damage now. Can they do it? Oh my god. They did it! Oh, props to them. Props to them. I should have left back another blocker. I should have considered the possibility of Unstoppable Ogre. It wasn't really necessary to get in for as much damage as we did. I think I got too aggressive there, thinking my life gain was going to make me unkillable. But yeah, I mean, it didn't really help that much to attack with with as much as I did. It was kind of silly. I do think we can keep this. These two both give us a chance at hitting black mana, so. So, ninjas. I mean, I'm not going to block with Spirited Companion. I think we want to play the Era. So, we do want Michiko's Reign of Truth, but we want this swamp more. Next turn we can play Reckoner Raid and Spirited Companion, which is pretty good. So. Or Virus Beetle. No, we can't double spell other than that. So they're going to ninjutsu here most likely, I would think. Yeah, I should have. I mean, it was a bunch of commons, you know. I should have really calculated Unstoppable Ogre plus the board trick kills me, and I just didn't do it. It just slipped my mind. Alright, so yeah, I think we play Reckoner Raid and Companion. I guess we'll play Companion first. Get these sagas going. So the bad news here is that they can play their Ninja Lord and then attack me with this, and I can't kill it anymore this turn, and that means they'll get to loot. So, kind of sucks, but I can live with it, I think. Yeah. The good news is I get this next turn. Not really worth chumping. I mean, the Companion already gave us a card worth of value, but I still don't feel like it would be worth a chump there. Another land would be nice. So I think I play Patchwork Automaton here and try to get that thing going. We have 3 artifacts in our hand after all. So, yeah. Play the Automaton. I get salty sometimes, McG, but it takes more than most people, I think. Okay. So they have another good attack this turn, which I kind of just have to suck it up about, which is hard because ninjas. So we're not actually 0-7 at the moment anymore. We won a game, so. I think our best chance is just taking this, unfortunately. Okay, no ninja things happened. I consider that a victory. Interesting. Thank you for the follow, Idoru. Virus Beetle, Virus Beetle. Doesn't seem too bad when they have 2 cards in their hand, right? Plus, they'll both pump my Automaton. Yeah. Virus Beetle. Virus Beetle. Wow. That scares me. They were willing to discard Inventive Iteration. What's the 1 card in their hand? Guess it could be the green card that gets you back an enchantment and something else. So I think I attack with our Automaton here. We're okay with the trade. Yeah, I'm okay with that too. They are splashing green, so they could be playing Renewal, whatever it's called. Spirit of Renewal? I don't know. Well, there's a Tamayo.
Go. Share the story of Phyrexia with your people.
Okay, so she could exile Inventive Iteration here and get it back. I think we're gonna find a way to kill her, but they're gonna give them a bunch of value before we do. Okay, no, they're going for the tap effect.
You cannot delay our victory.
I think that gives us a pretty good chance at getting a good attack in here. We'll see. Yeah, they decided to go more conservative, which probably makes sense. Yeah, we can't really attack her that effectively on this particular turn. So I can actually kill her with Soul Transfer. Which is good. I don't currently have a thing to get back, so I may as well attack them here. And then Soul Transfer her. Like, if they kill a beetle, I don't think we care too much, for example. So, let's attack them. I think they probably block. Then we use Soul Transfer to kill her. Yeah. If I had a 5th mana, this would be especially hilarious because I would be able to replay the beetle, but you know. But yeah, we'll Soul Transfer her and return something to her hand.
You only think you've changed the ending.
So, obviously, we're taking 3 from Sky Swimmer Koi. Let's see if some ninja things happen. Yep, that's pretty sweet. I'd like to get down our Ambusher so that we can start gaining life off of it. So let's play this Virus Beetle, take out the last card in their hand. I wonder if it's just worth slamming Michiko's Reign of Truth here instead of trying to gain a bunch of life. I think it's probably a good idea. Use it on our Menace creature. I may trade with the Ambusher with our Automaton just because we don't want them to keep gaining life. Yeah, I think we block it. Alright, so another trigger from this. Wonder if swinging out here makes any sense. Not really, because this is going to be a bigger token if we don't. So I think we just attack with the Road Captain here. Do I want to play... I think gaining life is actually better than going wide at this point. So I think we just play our Ambusher here. Alright, so... I think we'll block the Hacker. And I think we'll also set up a double block here. Does mean Michiko might be smaller, but they only have 2 cards in their hand. Actually, I guess we want to hold on to an artifact if we can. Yeah. And I think we can. Oh yeah, that's not what we want to do. There we go. Alright. Does this go sideways? Not really. Okay. Well. These two are definitely attacking. The question is how much I do beyond that. That's probably all this turn. Yeah. And we'll end our turn and make another token. Right, Michiko is dead. Ugh. Alright, well, we do swing all here. This is gonna be close. Can we chip in for one? So they can attack us with the tech record here and kill a thing, but that means they lose a blocker. Yeah. Whew. Things got a little scary there near the end. They almost turned a corner. We haven't gotten to play Invoke yet, but we also haven't seen it when we haven't had 4 black mana, so I'll take it. Those are the two outcomes, you know, that we can I can accept. I either want to cast it or not see it if I don't have 4 black mana. Yep, that's a keeper. Could be a pretty aggressive little hand. You know, 1-drop, 2-drop, Michiko's Reign of Truth to do some attacking. We'll keep 7. Got our rat sleeves and our rat rogue. We have a few rats in this deck, in fact. All right. We get to play a turn 1 Reckoner raid, which always feels good. Yeah, the matches are exciting. The games are exciting. It is easy to make mistakes. Well, I'm glad they couldn't play that on turn 1, at least, because they had to play that. Don't play a red Saga here, too. You don't need to do that. Just pass your turn. Thank you. So, gain land. I mean, I think it's probably better for us to add to the board, and we have a 2 we can play next turn anyway if we don't hit a land that isn't tapped. You know, it's a pity in a set with all these rats in it that they didn't just reprint Ravenous Rats, but Ravenous Rats isn't an artifact, so, you know. It's actually technically worse, too, because I think it's only target player discards, which matters in, like, Commander. It doesn't matter so much here, but... Okay, blue, red, green. Are you gonna ninjutsu? I mean... Just gonna hit me for 1. Feels like ninjutsu, right? Good news is, if it's a blue ninja, they can't recast the disruptor because they only have 1 blue mana. You don't have anything good to bounce, but I'm down. You're gonna bounce my virus beetle? Okay. Fine by me. So, do I want to replay my beetle or get a saga, get our Era of Enlightenment started? Kind of feels like getting Era of Enlightenment started is better. We can also scry our way to some better action. I think we do want one of those. I don't think I want to put another land on top, though. So that's going to be our 4th land. Good chance I just play Virus Beetle and Michiko's Reign of Truth this turn. Because, yeah, that'll make this a 5/5. So that's pretty good. Do they discard 2 cards or an artifact? They discard 2 cards. Okay. So now they can play the Disruptor and tap our Captain, yeah. Doesn't upset me too much. It will if they can do some nasty ninja things in the near future, but... So yeah, I think we go Virus Beetle... Made them discard a Voltage Surge. That feels good. Michiko's Reign of Truth. Attack them for 6. So we're going to get this trigger again. Won't be quite as good if we can't put it on our Menace creature. It does look like they may. I mean, the fact they discarded the Surge to me means they can probably kill our Road Captain another way. Could be wrong, but seems probable. We do get a 2/2 next turn, and another trigger from this, which is good. Yeah, so we just take 3 here. There may be a ninja here. They do have 2 blue mana now, so they could actually like recast the Disruptor if they want to. Tech Wrecker wouldn't be great news. Ooh, neither is that one. Yeah, that's bad. That hits us for 6 and gets a card back from their graveyard. Permanent. It has to be a permanent at least, but... Dang. Feels like we're racing here. If I draw a land, I'd probably play Go Shintai so I have a chump blocker for Springleaf Avenger. And we do. I mean, I could also... Interesting. Do they have a Surge? I think they have a Surge. It's not going to be happy if they do. They do. Okay. Well, is it better to just play Searchlight Companion and Papercraft Decoy than it is to play our Go Shintai? Probably. Probably, yeah. We're in some trouble here, though. That Springleaf Avenger is certainly a problem. And they're still at 12. Once we can sort of get around them getting to tap our stuff all over the place, we'll be in better shape. But right now we have to chump block mode, which is rough. Okay, I mean, I'm fine with trading the decoy for that, and then I think we chump there. We don't get to draw the card, but it doesn't hurt my feelings too much. So this is going to be a 4-4, and then a 5-5. Yeah, so I definitely think we play Go Shintai now. Can attack with Hand of Enlightenment pretty effectively here. I guess we do. Chip them down to 10. Make a token. They're in top deck mode. We're almost in top deck mode. Game will basically come down to how we draw from here. So, I think we definitely block that. I mean, there's too much ninja stuff that could happen. Okay. So, Ambusher makes her a 5-5, and then I could swing with her. Seems worth it to me. Nice. Alright, so end our turn, make another token. So I think we're managing to overpower this Springleaf Avenger here between Michiko and our shrine, luckily. Thank you for the follow, Idoru and Kevin. So they could have the trample trick, the red trample trick, but I think we still just block with the token, yeah. So, I mean, I think we swing out here. Things could go bad, but not so bad that... Okay. Does that mean they survive one more turn? It does. Do I want to hold on to the rain? I don't think so. Because if things start to go sideways somehow here, being closer to getting Michiko back is better, and we still get this trigger next turn, so I think it's better to just play it. I think we're gonna get there. We'll put the buff on our ambusher here, just in case, so that we have a huge life lead if things did go sideways. Okay. That Avenger coming down when it did was scary, but luckily, the Ghost Shintai sort of said, sorry, you're not getting through again. So still no Invoke, but we also haven't seen it when we've had no 4 black sources. So not 4, no 4. You know what I mean. Words are hard. Glad you enjoy the content, Kevin. We haven't got our Naomi at all either, have we? What a weird... I mean, we have gotten Michiko's Reign of Truth like every game, and that's partly why we've done well. But it is weird we haven't seen a couple of our exciting cards. Okay, pretty good. I mean, again, we had a hand like this a minute ago where having these 2 white cards gives us a pretty good chance at finding the black mana we need. So, we're fine with it. I love that they didn't play anything. Yeah, so we definitely get our shrine started here. The scry will also help us smooth things out here. Do we just want to draw? We probably only need to draw 1 of these. Right, yeah. And we'd like for it to be the swamp, because we've already got double white. And, you know, we have an Invoke in our deck. Yeah, so we'll draw 1 swamp here. Do I just play Greasefang next turn to have a big boy in play? Maybe. Probably just going to trade with something, but that's not exactly a bad thing. Thank you for the follow, Phyrexian Moose. Yeah, Greasefang looks pretty good on this board, where they just have a 2-3. Certainly better than our other options do. So I think we block. Trading for removal here is fine. You know, taking 2 is fine too. It's not that likely they have a ninja or can mess us up that much. I think we just take it. I mean, the only ninja they could have doesn't really do anything here. So I think we just take it and hold on to our 4-3. There's no reason we have to block there. Yeah. This is going to be a pretty nice value turn, because I'm going to play Companion and Beetle. Feels good. Alright, so let's attack them with Greasefang. Probably Wanderer's Intervention. That's probably what they were trying to get me to play into. Yeah. I guess if I thought that's what they have, preventing the 2 damage was a little better, but... So I'll play the Companion first. Hey, we've got 4 black mana! Except we don't. So, we have 3, but we're close, and we'll get there. Wow, Mirror Box. This is a weird deck, I think it's safe to say. What do they have that is worth playing Mirror Box for? Okay. Doesn't hurt my feelings too much. We'll take 2. So, if we get to Ninjutsu our Silencer here, it's going to feel pretty good. Uh-oh. Okay, so we are going to get our 4th black mana next turn. I kind of think I need to attack here and kill the Tech Wrecker with our Silencer. Yeah. Discard our Searchlight Companion. Yeah, that's going to be good value. I mean, they get to kill our hand here, but that's okay. Actually, they won't because of First Strike? No, this doesn't have First Strike, so it doesn't matter. So he's still dead, but we get to kill the Tech Wrecker by discarding this Companion. And then we play the other Companion. Next turn we invoke, which is pretty good. They don't have any enchantments or planeswalkers right now, so they're gonna lose their creature, and we're gonna... Okay. They do have an enchantment now, so they're gonna have to sacrifice each of these, and we're gonna gain 2 life and draw a card. That seems pretty good, right? We're gonna take 3 here. Play our Swamp. Play Invoke Despair. So they lose both creatures here, and we gain 2 life and draw a card. Or they lose 4 life and we draw a card. Right? Yes. Oh, they can choose the same creature. Okay, interesting. I mean, I'm still pretty happy with this outcome, but yeah. We didn't have a creature to discard, otherwise I might have done it. That's annoying. Okay. Well... Interesting choices to be made here. So, they have 1 card left in their hand. Let's play Michiko's Reign of Truth on Spirited Companion. And Born to Drive on Dakuchi's Silencer. And attack with both. And then we can do the same thing next turn. Chips them down to 9. Yeah, I did want to reorder that. You are correct. Okay, so... Yeah, I have to trade my Silencer here now. Oh, I can actually play my Ambusher to buff it, though. Yeah, we do that for sure. And then swing with both again. Okay. Drop them to 3. I think that works for me overall. I'm going to get both of these creatures next turn, so... They can start drawing cards with the Guide Bot, and they get to make a token every turn, which is frustrating, but I think we'll find a way to get the last 3 damage in. Hopefully. We would have done 1 more damage if we'd played things in the more correct order. I wonder if I should have waited this. Nah, I don't think so. I think if we allowed them to continue to snowball advantage on the board, it would have been a problem. I mean, if I'd waited a turn, it would have gotten buffed by 2 additional creatures. Okay, well, they're getting rid of Michiko, which I don't love. And they're attacking us for 2 that I can't do anything about. So they may find a way to stabilize here, especially if we draw lands. They're going to be drawing extra cards. And I mean, not drawing extra cards, but making tokens, and we're kind of in trouble. Our vehicle wouldn't be too bad. Okay. Not exactly what we're hoping for. Trying to think. Uh-oh. Speaking of snowballing advantages here. I need to find a flyer, and do I even have one that isn't our Searchlight Companion? Oh, there's our own Go Shintai. Ours is only making 1 token a turn, though. I don't even have, like, befriending the moths would be epic right here. Well, there goes our Go Shintai. Yeah, I think we've lost. We don't really have a way to chip in for the last 3 damage that I can think of. There might be something I'm forgetting. Gross. So now even if I find a flyer, I only have 2 turns to find a way to get it in for lethal. And I'm at low enough life that it's not like I can expect them to deck themselves before they can kill us. Especially because they're making this huge and getting 2 tokens every turn. No, I don't have a kunai. That would have been nice. Yeah, it's pretty much GG. What I was trying to remember is if I do have some way of doing 3 damage directly, but I really don't think we do. I do get a treasure here. Isn't that exciting? We got to cast our Invoke in this game and we didn't win. We won a bunch of games without casting it, and then this one we cast it and we didn't win. Kind of crazy. Alright, yeah, we'll scoop. They got us. Too much late game value. The 2 shrines especially were pretty insurmountable. I do have a twin shot sniper, but they were at 3, so I don't think we were ever going to get in for the necessary damage. Feels like this deck is better, has done better than 3 and 2, but that is in fact where we are. I mean, the situation we played the Black Invoke in, it was great. I mean, we killed a thing, drew 2 cards, and they lost 4 life. That's pretty absurd for 4 mana. But yeah, it's not as insane as some of the others, as I said at the beginning. It's fun to get to play with, though. You know, like I said, getting to play with each Invoke card, although the red one's really hard to make work. But the other 4, getting to play with each of them in a deck at some point would be good. And now we've at least done green and black. And neither deck, you know, we'll see how this one ends up. We could easily end up with a winning record, but the green one I went like 2 and 3 with. But we had a game where we cast it like 5 times, so pretty good hand. Don't love that. Don't need that. I think we're happy to draw the Go Shintai, though. Yeah. Oh boy. That's not really what I want to be looking at. Let's play our Golden Tail Disciple here. I mean, I think we block one. Yeah. Make them use a trick or something, at least. We'll get a 2-2 with first strike next turn. Oh, no. Not that trick. That one's too good in that situation. Now my 2-2 is not going to be enough to block it. Doesn't feel like things are going great right here, does it? Do I play my Go Shintai just to get it online? Yeah, I think so. I need to start pumping out tokens here to block these things. So this time I think we're just taking 6. Yeah. Okay, so Spirited Companion. Yeah, we'll play our Spirited Companion here. Okay, that's not a bad draw. But I think we play Virus Beetle. I was kind of bummed because I thought maybe I wouldn't get to play my unit because I needed to make another body, but drawing a beetle there was good because it meant we got to play both, obviously. Okay. Try to make them do something here. With our recovery unit, we can get back, like, our companion. Yeah, we'll take 7 and block like that. I have a feeling they blow us out somehow. Oh my god. You know, I thought our luck was back in this draft, and we've done better, certainly, but our opponent having that trick twice is brutal. Okay, so here's the plan. We're going to soul transfer the Preserver, I guess. Return our Spirited Companion and then make a token. It'd be great if we could get them to sack a Samurai to make it indestructible. Was it better to get to 2-3? I don't know, maybe. Sack a Samurai to make it indestructible. It doesn't say exile, it says destroy, I swear. I swear. That's what it says. It says destroy. Darn it. I knew it exiles. I was just hoping our opponent didn't. We'd have a free attack here. Unless they have Wanderer's Intervention. Yeah, not worth 1 damage. Not worth 1 damage. Actually, so... What are the chances they have yet another trick? Kind of good, I think. We'll try to kill this one. I guess if they have a trick, they can just kill us here. So, alright, we got rid of it. They're probably going to play something else, though, unfortunately. Oh, or maybe not. Ooh. Things might get a little spicy here now. So we play our recovery unit. We're already pretty much all in on the Go Shintai, so I think we just slam Born to Drive on it so it can start blocking. Wanderer's Intervention doesn't take it down anymore either. Will we turn the corner? Maybe. That's not going to help, though. Unfortunately, our recovery unit can't actually attack right now. Which is kind of a bummer. Ooh, now it can. Okay. Well, now we've got the value train, so... Yeah. I think we want Grease Fang as a blocker, so I think we actually crew it like this. So if I play Grease Fang here, the Go Shintai gets bigger. That does seem pretty good. But I don't need to do it yet. I'm not brave enough to attack with our Go Shintai here, I don't think. I think we'll just attack with our recovery unit. Get back Companion. They probably block with Selfless Samurai, so they do. Then we play Spirited Companion. Then we play Grease Fang. So we can just get back the recovery unit every turn and reanimate something every turn. Which is pretty nice. They are in green-white, so their ability to do 2 to us out of nowhere isn't super high, but it's not impossible either. Ha Grease Fang! Grease Fang recovery unit combo got us a win. We did it. You know, that's pretty sweet. You know, Grease Fang has gotten us one more win than our Invoke has. Yeah. Yeah, the recovery unit in Grease Fang is just nasty, especially when you have like Virus Beetles and Spirited Companions and nonsense like that, where you can just attack with it for free every turn and reanimate something. It's a grand old time. Stabilizing at 2 feels good. Our last opponent, the loss we had before our win, that's what our opponent did to us, so we got to do it that. Oh my god. So, this is a pretty good hand. Turn 1, Reckoner Raid. Turn 2, Companion. Turn 3, Michiko. Turn 4, Kami. We don't have an artifact. That's the one downside. But we stand a decent chance to draw one. Yeah, we still haven't seen Naomi. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Okay, so... Reckoner Raid on turn 1. Yeah. So we might go Companion, Michiko. Do they have a land? They do. They don't always. Yeah, so... Let's get Michiko's Reign of Truth online here. Hit them for 4. They do get to gain 4 life. I mean, 3 life, which is pretty annoying, but that's okay. Yeah, both of these are kind of awkward because I don't really want to play either of them next turn because I can't get the real value out of them this next turn. I mean, if I buff the companion, I can attack with both. That seems best. Yeah. So we have drawn the Despair now at a time when we don't really want it, but that's okay. Kraken for 6. So I think we play Go Shintai here. Yeah. This 3/3 is actually going to be kind of obnoxious here. We do need 2 more black mana. We've mostly not had a problem. I mean, our mana is good enough, but... Hey! That's not fair. That's what I want to do. Meanie. Yeah, hit me for 4. Okay, there's another black mana, if nothing else. Yeah, so play the black here. I don't think we need to play our Kami. We're not really in a place where we have to do it. So, we will pass and make a token. Don't love that. Don't love it at all. So I could block it and trade my portrait. That's honestly not terrible. And maybe it's just what I need to do. The problem is they get to untap 3 lands, which almost definitely, almost assuredly means they get to play something. But I do kind of feel like we need to trade here. I guess I could trade... Instead of giving up Michiko, now she would get so small if I traded the other way anyway that I think we just trade. Yeah, it's ugly, but I think it's what we need to do. Because it's just going to get bigger and become more of a problem. So, getting rid of it seems decent. Okay. The fact we haven't gotten any artifacts this game is hurting my soul a little bit. So if I attack with the Road Captain, they do have to give up something real-ish. And if they decide not to take it, I can at least use my Silencer. Turning the Silencer into a removal spell doesn't do us that much good here. Honestly, just playing it as a 2/1 is probably the plan. Because they're not going to let... Like, they're going to double block this. I'll kill their Centipede, probably. I lose my Captain. I mean, the chance... If they don't block it, things can get pretty insane. I guess at least killing one of their creatures is fine. Alright, we're attacking. I think the upside's worth it. Ooh. Now we're going to get Value Town. Okay. So we are going to lose our Kami here, but because we're not drawing a card off of it anyway, I'm not too heartbroken about it. So... Drops them to 10, and then... We don't really want to kill Kami of Transience. I mean, making it so it doesn't become larger is nice, but it's way too easy for them to get it back. Kami of Terrible Secrets is the biggest, and that's honestly kind of a problem. Yeah, we'll just kill the Kami. Replay our Reckoner raid. Make a token. Wouldn't hate drawing black mana. Yep, Kami for Kami. That is what happened there. Unfortunately, their Kami drew them a card. Ours did not. So yeah, drawing black mana would be good. We don't really want to draw our Naomi right now, because we very awkwardly don't have any artifacts. I haven't had a problem with that all day. I mean, we've basically always had an artifact and an enchantment with this deck, but this time we're all enchantments. The trample, I mean, it is a concern. Oh, man. So they're going to Gloom Shrieker and probably get back their Kami, because it'll draw them a card and stuff. Yeah. So, that is interesting. So the problem with blocking it, which I think is worth considering a little bit, is that if I play Invoke Despair and they sack an enchantment, they can just get it back. So we're just going to take 4. Hey, we drew an artifact. And we don't attack. And we make a token. Soul Transfer would be pretty nice. But yeah, we're in trouble here. So one game when we got Invoke and got to cast it, we somehow managed to lose. I mean, it was a close game, but... And then the other game, we got it in our hand. We didn't have 4 black. Didn't feel great. Yeah, they're really getting beefy over there, unfortunately for us. It's interesting they went with Takanuma, but I bet... Yeah. Alright, so I do think we're going to go ahead and... Yeah, we'll take this thing down. And take 9. And then draw a card off our decoy. That seems okay. Soul Transfer for Kami of Transience is, I think, something we're really in need of. Hey, Naomi. Of course, we just lost our only artifact. But hey, it's Naomi. Yeah, putting that on their Trampler is a problem. Well, we did name black with this, so I guess it's what we deserve. To draw our Twin Shot Sniper. Alright, so we play Naomi. Very sadly. Nothing else, this deck has been fun. You know, it's got that going for it. And we're not out of this just yet, either. Okay. 8-6 Trampler. Alright. This is bad. Mostly because they can get this back, but I guess at least it'll be smaller. So let's chump this, and then we're gonna do this. Yeah. Gross. That's like... Drawing a planes was like one of the worst possible outcomes here. Okay. Well, we deserve to lose. We probably shouldn't have played our Invoke in the end. It was fun, but... You know... We had pretty poor luck in this game, though, to be honest. Like, the fact that we couldn't really get our Kami going, or Naomi going, when we've basically always had an artifact and enchantment in every game. It's pretty rough. But yeah. We're dead. 4 and 3 is not too bad. Deck was fun to play with, at least. Nothing else. And basically, between the gems from the draft and going 4 and 3, it's basically... You basically go infinite, you know? So, I'm pretty sure our win percentage has probably dipped to like 59 now after the way this weekend has gone.